Good morning, everyone. My name is Gary Torgow, and I have the honor and privilege to be chairman of Huntington Bank, and I am so pleased to welcome you all here this morning. Today is a momentous day for our bank, for the city of Detroit, for the county of Wayne, and for the state of Michigan. It is wonderful to see so many leaders of our community, so many Detroit residents, our many community partners, and a great cadre of Huntington colleagues from all over the region who are here today. On July 25th, 2018, I stood here as chairman of Chemical Bank alongside Mayor Mike Duggan and Governor Whitmer and County Executive Warren Evans and Reverend Wendel Anthony on this very spot on the corner of Woodward and Elizabeth on a very lonely parking lot to announce the relocation of our bank headquarters from Midland, Michigan to Detroit, Michigan. At that event, we collectively made a solemn promise, a promise to ourselves, to our customers, to our colleagues, and to all of Detroit, that we would construct on this site a new 20-story bank tower to house our company colleagues in a new building here on the 50-yard line of Detroit, Michigan. A great deal has happened since that historic announcement. Chemical Bank in 2019 merged with TCF Bank in Minneapolis. And then on June 9th, 2021, TCF completed its historic merger with CEO Steve Steinour and his bank, Huntington, which is now our bank, confirming for everyone on that day that we have truly become Detroit's hometown bank. With all of those many changes and tremendous growth, rising from the smallest bank in the United States to the 25th largest, one thing has not changed through all those twists and turns and new names and logos and bigger banks and more branches and more customers and two strategic neighborhoods, Grandmont, Rosedale, and Cody Rouge, more impact, more states, and so many more wonderful people to work with and for us to feel a responsibility for. But yet through it all, we never faltered from that promise that we made to Detroit, to that obligation to occupy this new green glowing high-rise tower representing the largest bank building built in Detroit's history. I have learned, as my grandfather of blessed memory taught me, that we must never measure our days by the benefits we receive, but rather and only by the seeds we plant. Today, many seeds are planted firmly on this important corner in Detroit, and we are honored to be here together. Today is a day of appreciation, of gratitude, of great promise, and most importantly, a huge obligation and privilege to serve this community of Detroit and the many states that Huntington operates in across our country. Just a few weeks after the merger of TCF and Huntington, the executive leadership team of Huntington announced a $40 billion community plan, underscoring the huge commitment Huntington has to its customers and communities, and with over $1 billion committed right here in Detroit and in Wayne County. So many people today who must be thanked. My business partner and friend, Dave Provost, from the original Talmer Bank where this all started. Frank Weeklate, the lead director of the former Chemical Bank. Tom Schaefer, who undertook the responsibility at Chemical and TCF to ensure that this building under the Huntington moniker would become a reality. To Mike Jones and Craig Dahl and Vance Opperman from TCF, who continued our forward motion into Detroit. And of course, last but not least, to Steve Steinour, our Huntington Bank CEO and my partner. and the great leadership team here in Detroit, Michigan, led by Sandy Pierce, Michigan chairperson, Eric Dietz, Southeastern Michigan president, and Latrice McClendon, Detroit president, and the exceptional leadership team of Huntington, including here today, Scott Kleiman, who is directing all of the commercial banking business that will be headquartered here in Detroit. In so many ways, one person stands out who encouraged and emboldened and inspired today's event and the creation of this tower. He is the second longest serving mayor in the history of Detroit, who gave us in the early days of our bank the confidence and the determination to stand here today, cutting the ribbon on this new and historic tower. Mr. Mayor, we thank you for allowing us to become your Detroit's hometown bank. Ladies and gentlemen, our Mike Duggan.